If you're just starting out on Twitter and you're struggling to get your first 100 followers, then stick around because in this video I am going to give you some simple tips on how to actually do that, and that's all coming up right now. So here we are on my Twitter profile, Mark Warnkin. First up, if you aren't yet following me on Twitter, don't forget to hit that follow so you can stay up to date with all of my tweets. So in this video, I have 10 tips. That's right, 10 tips that are going to help you get your first 100 followers on Twitter. And now I'm quite sure if you follow these 10 tips within a matter of days or a week or so, you will have kicked over your first 100 followers. So tip number one is I want you to set up your Twitter account or your Twitter profile for success. If someone does stumble across you in these first few days, I want your profile to be really standing out, and then that's more likely going to encourage them to actually follow you. So you want to create a banner image explaining who you are or what you do or what you stand for. You also want to have your profile photo. Make it a nice smiley image of yourself as well. You want to spend some time and thoughts here working out your Twitter account name or profile name, as well as your username and your handle, as you can see here with mine. You then want to spend some time, creating an engaging bio that's going to draw people in. Don't forget to add a clickable link to your website or somewhere else, that type of thing. And once you have started tweeting, I want you to pin your best early tweet right to the top of your account or your profile. This is all about, I suppose, stopping the scroll, drawing people in and explaining who you are, what you stand for, where you work, that type of thing. That's the first tip I want you to do. Set up your Twitter profile or your Twitter account for success. And I have a link to how to set up your correct profile, and I will put that in the description below as well. So tip number two, once you've set up your profile, I want you to start tweeting. That's right, 3 to 5 tweets per day. That's right, start sort of sharing some information, start engaging with the Twitter community, and you'll be surprised within a short period of time, people will start engaging with your tweets, liking and commenting, maybe even retweeting them, and people will start to follow you as well. So no sitting on the sidelines. I want you to start tweeting 3 to 5 times a day straight away. Now, tip number three is I want you to click on the home page. That's going to take you to your news feed here on Twitter. And then I want you to start liking and commenting and sharing other people's tweets here on Twitter. Now, when you share someone else's tweet, it's called a retweet. But if you just start doing these simple things, it's like going to a networking function. Imagine going to a business breakfast or a luncheon, that type of thing. You start to have conversations with people. So you're going to start doing exactly the same here on Twitter. You're going to like a tweet, you're going to leave a comment, and you're even going to start retweeting someone else's tweet as well. And it's as simple as clicking the heart symbol here for a like. It's as simple as clicking the thought bubble to then leave a comment. You could then tweet your reply. And this one here in the middle with the squares and the arrow, you click on that one to retweet this tweet out to your audience. So tip number four is then I want you to start following other people or other accounts on Twitter. One of the quickest ways for you to start increasing your followers is to start following others. Now, Twitter is very good at engaging with us. See over here on the right-hand side, and I'm showing you this on my desktop only because it's a larger screen when people are watching this video. But Twitter are going to be encouraging you all the time to start following other accounts as well. So they will come up with some suggestions for you. So start following others. Maybe start out slowly. Maybe start only at 10 to 20 people you're looking to follow per day. And also you can go to the search bar here up the top and type in, a category or a key phrase, just like we would do on Google, and that's going to come up with a whole heap of suggestions for you as well. Now, I typed in business owners, and then it's going to come up with a whole range of suggestions. Twitter will give you an endless opportunity to do things, and in some ways, there'll be an endless opportunity for accounts to follow. So start following people, but don't go and start following hundreds of people straight away. Start it out very slowly. You want to start matching how many people you're following with how many people are following you. You don't want to be following 500 people and you've only got 3 followers. So start slowly, but make that part of your daily routine as well. Tip number 5 is I then want you to start hanging out where maybe your ideal followers or your ideal people that you want to engage with, they're hanging out. Think again like a business networking meeting. So here we go. I typed in the word business owner and it's come up with this Twitter account. The National Association of Women's Business Owners invites you to our annual conference. So I won't be going to their annual conference, but let's click on their Twitter profile and have a look at it. And if this looks like an account or a profile you'd like to follow, you would start following that particular one. And now you can start engaging on their profile, with their tweets. And each time you like and comment and share, you leave behind a little bit of a calling card. That's right. And the calling card that you leave behind is your Twitter profile, your Twitter handle, your Twitter information. And I can get involved in the conversation here on Twitter I've already liked that tweet. I'm now going to leave a comment as well. And my simple comment was, and it's a happy Easter to everyone from me here in Australia. So I could reply, start joining in on the conversation. This is what Twitter is all about. It's short, sharp, it's quick information. It's the biggest business networking event in the world, and it all happens in real time. So after you've done those first 5 tips, you then want to start thinking about what you're going to be tweeting from here on. You want to start creating shareable content. So my channel is all about teaching business owners how to use social media. So I've got lots of how-to tips. And this is a good one, the perfect tweet, how to create one. So this is the type of information and this is the type of video and self-help tips that I provide. So you want to start putting your thinking cap on. And after you started sort of getting your training wheels on, start to then get a little bit creative, start to give it a little bit more, start creating what you would believe would be shareable content. And then what I want you to do is once you have a piece of that shareable content, pick your most important one or your best one and pin it right to the top of your profile. We covered that in step 1, but once after a few days or a week or so, find your best tweet, pin it to the top of your profile. Again, when someone lands on your profile, they're going to have a quick read of who you are and what you do and what you're standing for, have a quick scroll, and they will go, you know what, I'm going to follow this person. The next tip I want you to do is to create a tweet and actually ask people to follow you. And it can be as simple as this. Tweet out, I'm new on Twitter. Would you like to follow me? Add an engaging photo to help stop the scroll. But all of these simple tips, some of them are going to work well for you. Others may not work well for you. That's what I want you to do that's why I want you to do is consider having a look at all of them and then double down and triple down on the ones that are working for you. But you know what? One of the quickest ways to get your first 100 followers is to actually ask people to follow you. So we're running through these very quickly. We're now up to tip number 8. Tip number 8 is I want you to share your content across all of your other social media platforms. If you have a YouTube channel, maybe create a short, sharp video saying, hey, I'm now on Twitter. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Equally, post on your Facebook page, your Facebook business page, and your Facebook profile. Your family and friends could, help you get well on your way to your first 100 followers. Don't forget about LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn can be a great way for you to cross-promote and get lots of quick followers, within a matter of hours and days. And you can do the same with Instagram and TikTok and all the other platforms as well. But start posting and start sharing your news across other social media platforms with a call to action. And that call to action is, hey, I'm now on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter as well. The next tip is I want you to engage with every comment that you get on your tweets that you've been posting out. That's right, every comment. This is a great way to start encouraging engagement and interaction on your Twitter account. Start engaging with every comment. That will increase more people wanting to follow you, loyal followers as well, and they will more likely then start trying to retweet your comments as well, or your tweets as well. And I try and do that across all of my social media platforms, especially my YouTube channel. This guy even left a comment saying, this dude is the GOAT. He responds to practically every comment and still does it a year later. Now, I've been going 2 years and I make it a big effort to respond to every comment on my YouTube channel. Now, for those who don't know what a GOAT is, it's not an insult. It's a GOAT. It's a sporting term, greatest of all time. So I'm not the greatest of all time, but people do notice when you respond to their comments. And tip number 10, the final tip is that if you have an email list, an email marketing list, again, just email out to people saying, hey, I'm now on Twitter to stay up to date with all of my content, or to stay engaged, or to get your weekly information. Follow me on Twitter as well. So just emailing the fact that you're on Twitter, you would copy and paste your URL in that email saying, hey, here's the link, follow me on Twitter, and you would be amazed how effective that can be. So there we go, 10 quick tips on how to get your first 100 followers on Twitter. I'd like you to go to the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know which ones of those that you're following, or maybe which tips that are working best for you. Equally, I may not have even mentioned something that is working for you. I would love to learn from you as well. While you're there, don't forget to follow me here on Twitter. And if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Equally, follow me on Facebook. You might be also watching this on LinkedIn. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. Mark Warnken, Social Media Selling 123, signing off, and I'll see you again in another one of my videos real soon.